Hey everyone, welcome back to the Indigo Escape. Today's video is a mix of renovation work and answering your burning questions. We're diving into our current projects and sharing some insights about our day-to-day life. But before that, leave a comment below and tell us where you're watching from so we can say hi to you. Let's get started. So there's a lot of tidy up to do. What do you guys think of our bike?
Nice.
So one of the questions that somebody asked was, would you do another renovation like this after this one's finished?
Oh yeah. I've been doing renovations for a while before we even came here.
Yeah.
So it's I always have a main job and a renovation on the side. So it's always been tour guiding and operating tours and doing other bits and bobs and then fixing up a house. But this is the biggest one we've ever had to do.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah. I would really like to do a much smaller house that Alma and I can do, because block work and stone work is definitely something that a pro needs to do, especially a roof and kind of stuff like that. But anything that's like inside renovation, maybe tiling and fixing up walls, making a kitchen, I think it's something that we can definitely manage, and it would be really cool to do another one here, but like a smaller cabin or something like that. I really like that. So what are you doing at the moment?
I'm just doing a tidy up basically.
Yeah, it's really messy.
It gets really messy so easy, and we already need a better workshop. As you can see, this place is a bit of a bomb site. Yeah. But that is on the agenda. I think before we start the house, we're gonna transform this area, put a new roof on it, something along those lines. Yeah. And then make a proper workshop so everywhere has a place and a concrete floor.
Yeah, the floor here is just soil. Another question is all about our chicken coop. Should we go and see where we're gonna plan to do one?
Yeah, well, we have different ideas about that. Yeah.
Should we show them where we want to put one?
Let's vaguely show them. Yeah. this area. Okay, so the reason we want it here is that it's far enough from the forest, so hopefully none of the wild animals will come this far, and it's close enough for us to keep an eye on it. Yeah. And it kind of will get some shade, I guess. Yeah. But I mean, when we build the chicken coop, we're actually going to do something with a concrete floor and then rocks, using the leftover rocks. Yeah. To make it blend in with the rest of the property. It's not going to be a big structure either. We only want about 10-15 chickens.
To start with. Yeah. Maybe even 5 to start with, but then big enough for probably 10 to 15 chickens later on.
Exactly.
But then we want to make it of concrete and blocks, because it's the chickens are a lot safer, they're cooler, wood gets degraded very quickly when it's in the full sun. Mm-hmm. And
we want to reuse some of those tiles as well, so it's got the traditional tiles that are from the house originally. Yeah, the tiles that we took away. And yeah, so we definitely want to have chickens. I think we're gonna have chickens for eggs and for meat later on, but then we're gonna need a lot more chickens. But we'll start off with 5 to 10 just to kind of get into the routine. Yeah. Then we were looking to expand it as well. Yeah. So
and then half it for meat, and then we'll eat our own meat, chicken, and then Oma will do that, because I ever see that I'm a hypocrite. I'll probably become vegetarian if I see a chicken being killed. But you know, you grow it, you make sure they are well fed, you feed them the right food, and they're free range, and then you know exactly what you're eating. I think it's so much better, and it's more sustainable. So we'll do that in the future, but definitely chickens. So there was another question, and it was all about, will you have a swimming pool?
Of course, one day.
We're gonna show you where we're gonna put it. Right here.
Exactly there. But it's gonna happen right at the end, once we've done all the building. Yeah. And we want to sit back and just enjoy ourselves. Yeah. That's when the pool will go through.
Because it's a bit of a luxury, and there's way more important things need to happen first. But we have friends with pools, and it's amazing.
So we just go to their house whenever we want to swim. So,
yeah, but also it's really good to have a swimming pool because you can have a pump next to it, and if you have a fire nearby, normally the water goes and the electricity, so you can have a pump to then water everything. So it's actually a safe thing to do as well.
It's really good to have water storage of that.
Yeah,
it's like 30 to 40,000 litres. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it will happen, and it will be right here, and hopefully it will be a really nice size to have really nice barbecues. Not next to the water because it's a bit gross, but you know, nearby it, and they will be really, really, really cool.
One day, probably in about 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Okay, the next question was all about if we were gonna be able to get a roof on the new building by winter, and the answer is hopefully.
We're going to try. We're definitely going to try because I don't know if you watched it when we were doing the other building. We had Joss and Manel, and they're not available in January and February, so we're going to try and do it before Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we need to go and get some wood. Basically, now it's the investigation about what kind of wood to get, where to get it, when to deliver it, and so on. So it's a little bit of a mission to get all of these puzzled together.
Yeah, we could use like it's called glue laminated. It's very easy to get, but it's not so pretty. And we could use the local pine like we have for all the other roofs that we've built. But we want to make this roof a little bit more special. So.
Yeah, because it's going to be exposed. It's going to be a gable wall with the exposed wood, with all the A-frame is going to be exposed. A little bit of a nice moment when you come in and look at it. So you need to get really nice wood for it, or the best wood we can afford, basically.
So because we're leaving to Sicily for a week tomorrow, we're actually going to go today to Pedence to go and check out to see if we can get some nice castagna or chestnut.
Yeah.
So
we go together. You come with us. Let's take a break and come to the back of the line with me. Sometimes I grab a chair and I stay here. I read a book or watch a video or just play a game. So I'm going to take you back to the glamorous 1920s today with June's Journey, a captivating object hidden mystery game that's sponsoring today's video. Imagine stepping into a world of thrilling murder mysteries. You're gonna go along June Parker as she uncovers the secrets of her family and the murder of her sister. It's like being a detective in your own vintage movie. June's Journey is a free-to-download game. You'll find hidden objects in a beautiful crafted, colorful scenes. And it's not just about solving mysteries. You can also customize, remodel, and fix up your very own mansion and garden island, adding a personal touch to your journey. It's relaxing, it's challenging, and it's super satisfying when you are on a roll, finding clues and racking up points. I love playing the game when I'm on a break. It's a really fun way to unwind and dive into some fun problem solving. If you're ready to embark on your adventure with June's Journey, it's completely free to download. It is available on Android devices, iOS, and on PC with Facebook Games. All you have to do is go on the description below and click on the links to download, or you can scan the QR code on your screens right now. Thank you so much to June's Journey for sponsoring this video.
Obrigado. So it's a little bit too short.
Okay, so that was a little bit unsuccessful. I don't know if I think I did take a little bit of footage inside, but basically they do have chestnut.
Yeah.
But it's 2.5 meters, which is not nearly long enough for the rafters, not even.
Yeah, it won't even be good for the rafters. Because our rafters are about 3 meters, 3.5 meters probably.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
And they also had cedar, but it's also not
2.5 meters.
Yeah, not long enough. And they have Nordic pine, and we're not keen with Nordic pine. We really want something like chestnut or oak, because it just gives it a lot more structure. Is better wood,
hardwood, really.
Hardwood, and also it's much more beautiful color. I know it sounds a bit so superficial from my part, but I do look into that. So if anybody knows of a place where we can get chestnut hardwood in Portugal, or I know some people watch from Galicia, if any of you guys living in Spain, Galicia, or anything like that, and you know of a wood yard that will provide us with hardwood, please let us know.
It's not that far from here, it's worth the drive.
Yeah, it's about 5-6 hours, so we can do that. Well, at least we came here, and it's a really good wood yard. It's in Pudent, so if you want some really good wood, Nordic pine.
Yeah, they do really good floorboards here.
Yeah, they have really good stuff here. Just let me know and I can give you the address. So, anyway.
All right.
Okay, so Omar has gone to cook. He's gonna make some burritos today, and while he's doing that, I'm going to answer another question of how is the wall that you guys had problems with I think it's in my mom's room. How is the wall now? So I'm gonna show you the wall now. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm gonna be answering the question about, I need to take my shoes off, about the wall. So here we are. I show you the wall. It's not looking great. Okay, so as you can see, it's not looking that great. So there are a couple of things that we need to do. We need to add anti-salt or anti-salitre in Portuguese solution to it, and there is another thing that we could do, which is tank it, which is what we're gonna do to the other room where our future bedroom is gonna go. And on hindsight, that's definitely the way to go, because there's a lot of moisture in these walls, and the best thing is to just to make it waterproof on the inside. So, but anyway, that's gonna be definitely fixed soon, hopefully when we come back. We're going to be doing that definitely this year, because it needs to happen. But overall, mom is happy with her room. ¿Verdad?
Yes.
I'm not doing anything very spectacular. I'm literally just throwing everything in, and yeah, so it's very mediocre, simple meal.
Nice, no?
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's gonna have black beans and some wraps and chicken. I think it's nice. It's really summery.
It will taste good.
Yeah. Okay, so while Omar is doing a little bit of cooking, I'm going to answer some questions in regards to my sister as well. Basically, there was questions about Simon, if he's home and if he's gonna live with us, if the tiny house is gonna be for him. No, because they have their own house. Simon is my brother-in-law, and he married my older sister Jaisa, who's a twin, by the way, and they have been living here in Portugal for more than 10 years, and they have their own home, and they have renovated it themselves, and yeah, and they have done everything themselves, even the garden, and it's a really nice place. And that answers all of those questions, I believe. I'm gonna show you what Simon is doing right now. So that's the corner for our entry. Looking great. That's really looking great. That corner, really defined.
Yeah, it's managed to get some good ones in the last couple of days.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna have to cut some more later. Some really big ones. Try and get another one right across there.
Can I ask 2 questions if it's not too much?
Such as?
Are you enjoying doing the renovation here?
Is this it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I am.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And do you enjoy living in Portugal?
Yeah, love it.
Love it.
Love it. No going back.
Not going back to UK?
No. I love it here.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I got much more freedom here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant. Thank you, Simon. All the rocks I'm working with, sorting through them, then cutting them if they're not good enough, and then putting it on. And that's been going on for what, 3 months now?
Quite a while,
Yeah.
It's all merged into one long day.
Yeah. And there's a lot more to come. But the weather's changing, which is gonna make it nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much ready.
Lunch. Okay, so we had a really nice meal and Omar's gone back to organize a little bit of the workshop. And Mom and I are going to just study up a little bit of the garden because it needs to happen. And then we're going to talk to you a little bit about the garden as well because you have a few questions. And I'll show you how it looks now as well. I need to take some of the tomatoes as well. We got loads of tomatoes. Oh, sorry. So just for a little bit of an update here, we got lufas coming soon.
Mira, tienes una grande,
Where?
del lado derecho, izquierdo,
Aquí?
más.
Wow! I didn't see it. Look at that lufa. But look at this beautiful zinnia as well. It's massive. We have plenty of more tomatoes, so I'm gonna make another batch of tomatoes probably today. Has got some questions from you guys, so I'm gonna ask Mom. Does your mom like living here? ¿Te gusta vivir aquí?
Me encanta, me gusta.
¿Sí?
Hermoso, tranquilo y relajante.
Sí. Ok. A ver, pregunta número 2. ¿Extrañas Inglaterra?
Algunas cosas.
Ah, sí. ¿Cómo qué?
El transporte,
Ah.
algunos platos ingleses,
Sí.
como el English breakfast, la playa de Bournemouth y sus paisajes.
Sí. Pero te gusta Portugal.
Pero me encanta Portugal.
¿Tienen otras cosas?
Sí, es totalmente diferente.
Claro. Does your mom live with you full time? Yes. Que
Sí,
vives aquí siempre.
Pobrecitos, ¿no?
Sí, vamos a plantar más este año.
Claro, todo con respecto a la época, lo que se vaya dando
brassica.
por las estaciones.
Brócoli y esas cosas de
Sí,
frío.
Siempre. Hemos comido mucho de aquí
Exacto.
y sabe de más.
Muy diferente.
Si pudieran probar estos tomaticos, son una dulzura.
Si vamos a expandir el jardín,
También.
sí,
Sí, también. Vamos
para
a-
hacer más para atrás.
Sí.
We're gonna have a,
Aquí al frente flores y atrás.
yeah, flowers in the front. In the back we're gonna have all the veggies online because it's easier. What do you like to do? ¿Qué te gusta hacer?
Me gusta la jardinería, las manualidades. Hice una piñata hace poco.
I'm gonna put a picture of the piñata my mom made for Jesus' birthday.
Me gusta escuchar música. Me gusta arreglar, acomodar, decorar, cocinar. Un poquito. Cocino bien, pero un poquito.
No
Ellos
te
cocinan muy rico.
No te gusta cocinar. There's people that don't like cooking, and that's fine. Okay, we need to get some more tomatoes, okay? Well, I was here by the tree and then I realized I have all my cats around me. Here is Iggy. Hey. Then if I go around, I got Tony over here. Hey! And then I got little Luna inside. Hey, Luna! So Omar is still organizing. Simon is still doing the stonework. And I'm gonna grab Omar and then I'm gonna ask a couple of the questions that you've sent me as well. Okay, so we need to answer some more questions. The questions that I've got here is, why did you choose Portugal?
Because we first visited here when we got married, so it was like our kind of honeymoon, and then we ended up, the reason we came here was to visit Andrea's sister and brother-in-law Simon and Jaisa, and then we really liked it, so we came back almost every year afterwards.
Well, and also Portugal is really nice. We did think about other countries before. We thought about Spain, like the islands of Spain. We thought about mainland Spain.
Costa Rica.
We thought about Costa Rica because it's absolutely beautiful. But it was too far from everybody, and we want to be, I think community and family is probably number one, to be very close to my family, be just a plane ride to Omar's family. We actually visit them way more since we've been in Portugal than when we were in Bournemouth, because to go to Norfolk was a little bit more difficult. I don't know why we found it more difficult while we were living there.
Yeah, and also now, like, obviously they're like our only base in England, so
yeah,
we go there. And your sister in Bournemouth.
Yeah, so, but obviously Portugal is a very nice country, and the Portuguese are very friendly, and the climate is lovely, and it's a very beautiful country overall. So many reasons.
No complaints.
No complaints. Maybe one.
Bad driving.
The driving, I'm sorry guys. We talk about that later. Another question is, where in central Portugal do you live? And we live in the district of Coimbra, in a village called Vila Nova de Poiares, which is about
place to be.
25 minutes away from Coimbra, the city, which is a perfect distance to it. And yeah, it's a really nice area. It's just very quiet, it's very nice. Got a really nice market on Monday and on Saturday.
Nice group of people.
Really nice, beautiful people here.
Everyone gets along.
Yeah, nice river beaches. So if you want to check out Portugal to live, highly recommend Coimbra.
Indeed.
Yeah. Another question was, is it more affordable to purchase properties where you live? Well, that is a broad question. Is it more affordable than the UK? 100%. Like, way more. Is it more affordable now than when we came? No.
Yes.
In fact, Coimbra has gone up 25% in the last year. There were figures that I read earlier this year, which is...
On average, Portugal's growing 9% per year in house prices.
Yeah, so it's becoming a lot more expensive. There are areas in Portugal that you can purchase land and ruins and property much cheaper, like in Castelo Branco.
But I don't think it's like the expensive property that's growing like that. I don't think if you come and buy like a 200,000 euro property, it will grow like that fast.
No.
It's like properties like this. I think that their value is going up.
Or places that you can renovate. I think they do go up a lot in Lisbon and in Porto, but that's a whole different story, the cities here, because the gentrification is really crazy. But in this area it's gone up, but more like the 50,000 around that
ones, for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, it's more affordable than the UK and definitely more than the United States, so food for thought.
I was just about to say, this is where it falls in half.
Oh no.
Yeah, I lose a lot of them like that.
Is it because of the kind of rock? Yeah.
Well, they're just crumbly, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you waste time as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit annoying cutting them when they do it.
Have you met your neighbors or have you joined a garden community yet? We don't have a garden community that I know of. What we have is many people exchanging seeds and vegetables. So we got lots of friends that are growing as well, so we exchange our vegetables and seeds, which is very important. It's a currency. And yes, we know all our neighbors. We're very good friends with our neighbors in front of us, and we know all our neighbors around us. We've gone to their houses, we say hi all the time. It's really cool. thing to be able to really know your neighbors. I love that. And we have a really nice social life here. Compared to England is like night and day. And really happy with that aspect of our lives here. So yeah. I'm just going to pass you to Omar because the next question he'll be much better at answering it, which is all about taxes. So,
Okay.
house taxes. So let me show you. The question is, what are the annual property taxes, if any, on your property? Are there any yearly property value assessments, and if so, how are they calculated?
Well, how we pay tax here is basically our property, the total urban area you get taxed on. And well, this is as much as I wouldn't quote me on this, but so anyway, we have quite a large urban plot, and so that did have quite a high tax. You probably get taxed on rural and rustic land as well, but probably not nearly as much.
Yeah.
And because we have quite a large urban plot, like all of this is urban, we actually pay quite a bit compared to my friends, and so we pay around €200 a year, which compared to in England we were paying about £230 a month in council tax, and never saw any benefit of it.
Barely.
So I mean, like, it's a massive upgrade there, definitely.
And then yearly assessments, they don't really do that.
No, I think like every time that the house gets bought or sold, someone kind of comes and checks the paperwork. Well, they did with this place.
And the last question that we have around this topic, it's about healthcare. I'm going to take you to my mom because she will be the one to answer these questions because she's gone to way more doctors than we have. So, ¿cómo es el sistema de salud aquí?
Excelente.
Sí.
Excelente. Hay prevención, que es lo más importante, porque así se evitan enfermedades mayores.
Claro.
Hay prevención, hay consistencia y seguimiento. Excelente.
My mom has gone to the doctor several times, so, and she's got different medical conditions, so she is the best one to talk to you about that. I've gone to the doctor as well, and basically the family doctor, the GP, is the same one in your family, which I think that's really cool because everyone is connected, and then she will be able, or he will be able to pick up things a lot quicker if they're all the same doctor. And sometimes I need to book an appointment and they are there within 3 weeks, and then they call me sometimes, oh, we have an appointment beforehand, you want to come? Yes, of course. Or sometimes I need to have emergency doctor, maybe I need to have pain, and then I get an appointment, I have to go there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I get an appointment the same day and a prescription and so on. So yeah, I really rate it. It's definitely really good. It's not the same everywhere in Portugal, as I've heard. I think in the Algarve is very different. I think here in Coimbra is a lot better, but to be honest, I'm very happy with the system. And also there is health insurance here, so if you guys want to have private healthcare, it's also quite accessible and a lot cheaper than other countries as well. What's that?
I'm going to put the fire extinguisher here.
Oh, okay, that's useful. Wow, prevention.
Health and safety.
Health and safety. Yeah, definitely a lot more organized. Are you happy? Are you happy with it?
No, not really.
Really
I
not.
prefer where everything's up and you trip on.
Ah, you're being sarcastic. I thought you were gonna be like, oh no, I prefer if it was a bit more.
Of course, I prefer. I'd like a sparkly, cool workshop one day. One day, this will be it.
Yeah, with like hanging white lights and so on. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. In the far future, maybe
before the pool.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm thinking this before the main house.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
have a proper workshop.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like it needs a roof and stuff.
Show you as well Simon's work of the day. He's getting there with the wall. That was like up to here not too long ago. I think earlier this week. Okay, so I have come inside to make my passata. This is my third batch of passata. After that, I have to sterilize the jars. I think I'm probably gonna need a few this time because I have a lot more tomatoes than I usually do. Sorry, I am there.
Ooh, I don't think you've ever done that many before.
No, I haven't. I don't think I have, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn them very quickly, but I just need to weigh, I guess.
Yeah, I think it will all just kind of start melting.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Cool.
cooking. Should we do some more questions?
Alrighty.
You got a tomato seed here. Okay, so would you ever permanently relocate back to England? It's a bit fine of a question.
Yeah, hopefully not. I won't need to. Obviously, if everything falls apart and we need to make an income, we could land on our feet over there. In the sense of, it would be quite easy to start up again there.
Yeah, but I don't think
wouldn't want to.
I don't think it's like that. It just feels like a chapter gone. You know,
Yeah.
I.
It's more likely we'll go to another country.
Yeah, it's more likely to go to another country than going back to England. Do you get together with other expat YouTubers in Portugal?
Never.
No. Yes, we do.
Definitely.
Yeah, we've seen, well, you've seen the guys from Nearby Veggies here. She's come to visit, which is really nice. She's really lovely. In contact with Carissa.
Frankie of Grid.
Yeah, and from Frankie of Grid almost daily, really. And Emily from Camp Out West. If you haven't checked out those channels, you should. They're really cool. And but the thing is that they live quite far away from us.
Yeah.
A lot of people live in other areas. We live in Coimbra, and then there's some people in the north and some people in the south. So we're quite far away. But I think if we were more
we would
closer, we'll see them more
Sometimes
often.
when we go to the markets, we bump into
Mirror, yeah, and then we hang out with them. Yeah, they're really lovely. So it depends where you are. So it's the location thing, really. But you know, they're all really nice people that are doing YouTube channel here. So it's really cool. Are you planning on having children? Yes.
Well, that is the idea.
Yeah, it's the idea. Yeah.
I will, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Fingers
We do
crossed.
want children. We want children. Yeah. Okay, so this is ready. I'm just going to use my tomato machine and prepare it. Okay, so while the passata is cooking, well, it's actually ready now. I need to just sterilize the jars and then
Magic happens.
yeah, we're going to answer the rest of your questions. We would love to know your roots, where you lived, grew up, and how you met. That's a bit of a long question. But then there's the second one. It says, a while ago I recall you saying that Omar is South African born. Omar isn't a common name in South Africa, and he has a UK English accent. And then, never thought of going to South Africa. Would you like to tell us about... Okay, so it's a long question. So why don't you talk about yourself first? Because you...
Okay. So I was born Muslim in South Africa to white parents that converted in the 70s, and so basically during apartheid it was a bit complicated to be a white person and a Muslim, and so we moved to England, where there was another kind of community of people that recently converted to Islam in the 80s, and so that's how we ended up in England. So yeah, it's a very complicated story actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is very interesting, and so that's Omar's background. So you lived in England, and then you...
I lived in Ireland, I lived in the Middle East as well, and then I went back to South Africa, and then I came back to England, and then I lived there for almost 20 years. I met Andrea after 10 of those years, then spent the last 10 years with her in Bournemouth, and then we came here.
Yeah, and I'm from Venezuela, and that's where I was born, and I left Venezuela when I was 15. We moved to Canada, and then we stayed there for a year, and then we moved back to Venezuela because it didn't really work out with the work situation for my parents. And then I moved back to Canada when I was 17 to finish high school, and then I went to college there. And then I met Omar when I was vacationing in the UK. So yeah, then we were, that was Brighton actually. and then we moved to Bournemouth and then formed Indigo Travel. And then we were there for a while. I can't remember, 8 years in Bournemouth.
Yeah, around there.
And then we came here to Portugal. So that's our background. And yeah. Am I missing anything?
No, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Have you thought about doing a second travel channel? No.
Not really, no.
It's really difficult doing travel channels on YouTube, and there's loads of established travel channels, and also doing one channel is really demanding, to be honest. It does take a lot of time, so I think a second channel will be either like a hobby project or something like that rather than a weekly thing. I was going to ask if you had any old photos of your land from when the last owners used to live there, and how long was it abandoned for? We don't have any photos of this place, unfortunately. But when we found, what we found here was basically Communist Party's leaflets. We also found like exams, like study books of a child. But this place was abandoned from 2003, 2002. That's when the lady died, the lady that was here before. I was going, would you ever consider doing a tour and filming it, including Segovia, as we're fascinated by it? We've done some tour videos, but of England, so I think
no one really liked it.
So I took them off of their channel. They're still there. They're private now. But we did a tour around France, and that was super fun. That's probably one of the videos I enjoyed the most filming because it was all new to me.
Well, like with our tour company, we're organising tours a lot, mainly for students. But we also are doing like American tourists as well, and so we've done like 11-day tours around Europe, and lots and lots of stuff in the UK, and quite recently Spain and Portugal. I've just done like a 10-day tour of Spain and Portugal. So I mean, like, we could definitely organise stuff and film it. But,
we really want to eventually do group tours, and for you guys to come and join us, and there will be probably small tours, like small group tours, but we just don't have the time to do those logistics at the moment. Maybe in a bit.
Once we get a bit more, once we get into the house and things like that, we can look at those kind of projects.
And let us know if you're interested in stuff like that. That would be really cool. And what attracted you to giving tours?
Oh, it was, well, I just finished a law degree and I really didn't want to read a single thing. And Andrea got a job in a tour company in Brighton.
Discovery Tours.
Discovery Tours. And then basically just so happened a place came up where they needed a tour guide. And
your first tour was Edinburgh, Scotland and York.
I did a lot of Edinburgh, Scotland and York's.
Tours
completely. So I got into that, and then I never stopped. I literally came out of a law degree, started looking a little bit for law work, but then got really into tour guiding, and then I've been doing that for like 15-16 years. So that's why I'm always shooting off, because I'm working with like groups and
he's not just going on holiday. He's actually working.
Totally.
And that was actually the last question.
Ooh,
so thank you very much, guys, for
thank you for supporting us and liking our channel, and we really can't believe how fortunate we are to have all of you guys watch our journey. And be able, this is really helping the renovation, you have no idea. It really is. And also the sponsors, of course, and you know, you going on tour as well, but we're really thankful for your support, for your questions, for wanting to know us a bit more, for your comments that we read every week, and you guys are, you know, some of you read all the comments. I'm sorry we don't reply to all
the time. But we do try.
We do definitely read
and there is like the ones that come every week, which I love, because oh look, here's Melinda, or there is Ruth, or here is like there's lots of people that comment. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and don't forget, if you want to have a really cool game in your phone, download June's Journey.
Amazing.
You can look at it in the link below or on the QR code somewhere in the screen. Where is it? I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Alrighty.
We'll see you next week.
Take care, guys.